Why are you armed?
Oh, because you've got a firearm at your house.
A slug gun.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that.
We didn't know that though, so
yeah, it could
that's
be,
why we're
it
here
could
to
be.
confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
It's been an interesting day. At 9:30 this morning, I ended up having 4 armed police officers on my doorstep. They wanted to check that the rifle that appeared in the back of my video on maintaining my innocence was in fact an air gun, because I don't have a gun license.
Carl and his mother about they called you up and they.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Are you going to record this or?
Always.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to record this or? Always.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to record this or?
Always.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool. Do you want to come over where I'm not standing on the step?
Yeah, no, that's
fine.
So,
what's the story?
So what's transpired since then is a couple of things. Yep. So one is that so we've looked into that and we're going to talk to him about his behaviour.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's
You don't ring up people you don't know and threaten to kill them 3 times.
No.
Or send texts.
No.
That's classic textbook harassment. You look at the definition 2 or more times within 12 months.
Yep. So, but since then you've put something on YouTube, and there's just there's one part of that which is just has a little bit of, there's in the background. You allude to a gun behind you, a rifle.
Oh,
so you don't have a
slug rifle.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's what we want to find out. It's because you don't have a firearms license, but you're legally entitled to have a. As you know. Yeah. So we would like to just verify that that's a slug.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. No problem. So you might notice I comment, I don't want to hold you to a barrel of a gun, so I'm not actually threatening them.
Anytime you want to come out and threaten to kill me, or try your best, you know, I don't want to put you at the barrel of a gun or anything.
So we would like to just verify that that's a slug.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. No problem. So you might notice I comment, I don't want to hold you to a barrel of a gun, so I'm not actually threatening them. But at the same time, I'm not going to come and threaten everyone.
Okay. Let's have a look at the gun. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that was up on your Yep. No, that's cool. No,
It just sits there.
It's what
I have rats running along, so I just shoot them.
but in this, yeah, that's cool. It's, in this day and age, we've always got a we've got to ensure that everything's all good to go, and because
I'm not saying that.
you've kind of like because he's sort of he potentially could have come to your place with a kid for that to get into a position where you felt that you did need to protect yourself.
I've actually had that happen in the past, and there's an old joke about that. You ring up the police and say there's someone walking around my property. I'm sorry, but no one can come. And then you ring it back and say it's all right. I just shot the prick. Take your time, and then he gets around. So at the end of the day, I'm not a violent guy. I'm not into violence.
Cool.
And I'm not going to have some guy.
But it just. I'm just warning you. I'm just warning you that is really treading on the fine line.
I'm well aware of the boundaries.
Okay. And that could even be seen as pushing that. But we're not going to take that any further.
Okay. You'd need legal basis to do that, wouldn't you? Yep. And you haven't. So you'd need legal basis to do that, wouldn't you? Yep. And you haven't. So
anyway, and also with we're going to warn Carl about his behaviour.
Don't make freaks to me, buddy. Will you? Would you like this call's recorded and we'll go to the police?
Think I give a fuck? I will kill you.
Go for it.
My fucking word.
We're going to warn Carl about his behaviour. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to deal with it.
I got contacted by Tony, her younger son, who's 16, autistic, that's under her care.
Yep.
The day after,
Yeah.
he just said, stop cyberbullying your mum. Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
And just like I did with the other two, blocked instantly.
Cool.
Didn't even bother responding
Awesome.
because I'm just, I've got bigger fish to fry, quite frankly.
Yeah.
While you're here though,
Yeah.
I do have another question for you.
Okay.
Because I was actually about to ring this.
Okay.
A friend of mine, the bomb threat, Whenuapai Air Base 2 Wednesdays ago, guy drove into the Squadron 6 hangar with a bomb in his car and jumped on the airplane. My friend was out there, he was coming home from work.
Yeah.
He works on movie sets, setting up film crews.
Yeah.
He was heading home and he saw the fire engine, so he went and sat there and he recorded for over 4 hours.
Right.
From the public sidewalk, which he's been told to do. He was around at Gate 7 on Panini Karaka Road, around the back of Whenuapai where you
Not
can see
Outbatch, don't really know. But yeah, I know.
But what had happened
security.
is he got detained, put in handcuffs for over 40 minutes by a military police officer on the footpath.
Okay.
They have no jurisdiction on the footpath.
I don't know. Like,
so,
when it
but the
comes
point
to that,
is, when the city police came along after 40 minutes of being detained, first thing they did was unhook him and set him on his way because they had no reason to arrest him.
Yeah.
When the military police officer searched him, they found 2 work knives on him. One was a box cutter Tashima, and another one was strapped to his leg.
Yeah.
Now, he told him he had them, although he thought he found an offensive weapon. He says, no, well, I actually told you I had them, and they're tools, they're not offensive weapons. He had a reasonable excuse.
Yeah.
But now the police have got his knives, $300 worth of tools. We went Thursday week ago into Henderson because he was told come in the next day and you can get your goods back. That never happened. We left contact numbers, we've heard nothing for over a week, and he needs his bloody work tools back. What did happen, just like you guys right now, is someone showed up round to his father's place 2 nights ago, asking him about his guns, what his views were on minorities. So, at the end of the day, how do we get his gear back? Because there's been no charges. The search was unlawful because he had no jurisdiction to do it.
Do you know who that person within the
DC
police?
Denny. DC Denny and Huang were the 2 people that but
Okay.
that's all we've got. I haven't got any QID number, so I
Yeah.
can't email her. I haven't got her first name, so I can't email her. You know, all I need is a name or a QID.
And it's for kind of because you're a step removed because it's your friend that's directly
Well, he's
involved.
authorised me, left my numbers for him to contact me. But
Okay. Well, look, we can't. Well, actually, we can't.
I'm just wondering what the right way of doing things is, because my next question is just ring up and ask them when can he get his gear back. Because at the moment, he's got... Hey, bro. I don't remember you.
Chase. Hey, Jay, good to meet you, man.
Well, you were saying...
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
Why are you armed?
Oh, because you've got a firearm at your house.
A slug gun.
Yeah. Well, we don't know
we
that.
didn't know that though, so
Yeah, it could
that's
be.
why we're
It
here
could
to
be.
confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. I find it absolutely hysterical that some Australian comes over, shoots up the place, and you guys are all acting like this, guarding mosques for a month. It's a complete waste of time. You do know he committed terror attacks
Well,
in
with
the other
regards to
countries he was in.
your query about how your friend can go about getting his knives and whatever his tools back.
Yeah.
The answer is that yes, contact the police there, and then and the Henderson police and say, hey, look, I need them back with my tools. I need them.
Sure.
I can't.
Because he hasn't been charged, but I know with even Category 1 offence, you guys can take up to 6 months to place an
It has to be.
offence.
There'd have to be a court order for us to be able to destroy them or anything like that. So that. If
Well,
there
he
is
hasn't even got a receipt for them, that's the thing. No name, no receipt,
case.
nothing. So he's got no way of claiming.
Yeah.
I did get a reference number last time when we went in, but that's it. So they said that DC Denny wasn't there until Monday, and he works Mondays. So he's left it a week for someone to contact him back. They have his number, but nothing. So I saw him last night, and he says, "Can you chase it up?" He says, because now the cops are coming around to my father's house, asking me about my political views, when he was the one doing absolutely nothing wrong, was unlawfully detained, unlawfully searched for 40 minutes by someone without jurisdiction. So I'm busy doing a complaint to the MOD about the
Firstly, we can't at our level from our station help you or your friend with that query.
Because you're interested,
but just I'd follow that up. But anyway, that's our business done. So
I mean, you know me. He was lucky. I'm not the type of guy that starts shit, but if it comes looking, I'm not the guy to back down. So.
All right then.
All right, Mark.
But,
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you, mate.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, eh? Go and catch some criminals.
Is there a way to come and see you?
Yeah, this is our gateway here.
Sweet, okay.
Yeah, safe going into Roses.
Yeah.
All good, bro. Have a good one. See ya.
Hello, this is Mark King.
Keen speaking.
Yeah, hi. It's Jandi calling from Netsafe. Have you got time, about 15 minutes to talk? Or?
Calling from where?
From Netsafe.
From Netsafe.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So do you know what Netsafe does? Or?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. So one of our main roles is dealing with complaints about online harm. So that's quite a So it's anything from Facebook posts or emails that an individual feels is upsetting them. We don't have any enforcement powers or anything like that. We're an impartial organisation. So what we do is often try and do is reach out to the other party and try and resolve concerns. Before I get into specifically what I'm calling you about, there are a couple of things that I need to go over first. So firstly, I need to let you know that this call is recorded for quality control purposes. And I also need to read out our confidentiality policy.
Which is?
So we always... Yeah, sure. So we always act with respect and discretion when you discuss things with us, but sometimes we might need to tell someone else. So if we think you or someone else could be seriously harmed, breaking your confidentiality is not something we do unless we absolutely have to. So are you comfortable with continuing our conversation? Thank you so much. So as I alluded to before, we're contacting you what's under the Harmful Digital Communications Act, but we don't really have any enforcement powers, so we're just trying to find a resolution. So we have received a complaint from
Voldamorta.
Oh yeah.
So does that ring a bell to you? Do you know what I might be referring to?
Oh, of course it does.
Okay. So
what's
are
the
you
claim?
able to? Yeah, sure. Are you able to talk to me about your perspective?
Well,
So
I'm interested in seeing what the claim is. So what has she claimed?
Yeah, sure. So it's the videos with her singing at the Flat Earth conference. So it's those. There's one particular video that she's distressed about maintaining. It's titled "Maintaining My Innocence." Video.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what she's upset about. I suppose what's really important here is getting your side of the story, so then we can try and work out if we can sort things out.
Have you watched the Maintaining My Innocence video?
Yes.
Well,
parts of it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's an hour and 10 minutes long, and it explains from start to finish exactly what happened in the chronological order that it did. If she hadn't have slandered the crap out of me online to try and force me not to publish my own content, then she wouldn't have got a response. She wouldn't be trespassed. Her son wouldn't have rung up and threatened to kill me and have police on his doorstep. This has all been stemmed from herself. She hosted the Flat Earth conference, and from day one, 7 months before the conference happened, I offered my abilities to record and publish and put up on my YouTube channel to get greater awareness out there. And because she thinks she didn't sound good, she's then trying to tell me that I can't do what I want with my own property. She made threats that I've made copyright, that I've breached copyright. Well, she has no copyright, so then she's getting down to filing privacy complaints on YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube supply a face blurring tool, which counters any privacy complaint made by her, which is why they are still up. So what under the Harmful Digital Communications Act is being alleged?
That's a good question.
Bear in mind, I've studied law for 7 years.
Yeah, sure. I think it's really important to note that Netsafe doesn't actually determine exactly which communication principle is being breached, because it would be up to the district court to determine that. If
they love me at the moment.
Do that.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I've just beaten them in court, so they didn't like me much. Carry on.
Okay. So I suppose if we were looking at it, what we could say is it could be a potential breach of something. So in this case, it could be potentially harassment because just because there's quite a few videos up there, and then
You're
the video
aware that this conference was a public place, aren't you?
Yes. So it's not so much that. I think it's the videos after that. So the video was maintaining my innocence video.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That sort of
where I
content.
point out the facts. Yes.
Yeah, I mean we're not disputing that. So we're not going to comment on what's
she's using
true
you
and
guys
what's
to
not.
further harass me, to be quite honest.
Right. Okay.
Because she's tried threatening me with legal action and copyright complaints, which she has no pot to piss in, so excuse my French. And then she's tried the privacy complaints. That didn't work. I've been rung up to members of her family. One of them threatened to kill me twice or 3 times. That's all up on YouTube. It's all there in that same video. It shows her phone call, how she does the crocodile tears for 37 seconds and then gets straight into the strict matron type attitude. She's got to grasp the fact that it was my time, my cameras, my film, a public place, no expectation of privacy, and if she hadn't have done what she'd done, I wouldn't have to put up a maintaining my innocence video.
I see. Okay.
So you're being used right now. So, yeah, what principle of the Harmful Digital Communications Act, if you're saying bordering on harassment is defined as 2 or more specific acts within 12 months giving a person to cause for their fear or safety, which is exactly what her son did. Now, the police are going around to his son's house today to tell him to pull his head in and not threaten anybody anymore. And to inform him that I got visited by 4 armed police officers this morning at my house.
Really?
Because of what she's created. She hosted this conference. She promoted her singing for months and months.
Can you talk to me a bit more about that, because it seems quite that seems quite extreme, having armed police officers.
Oh, it's not extreme now. Not things. Anybody with a hint of a firearm, the police show up there wanting to know their political affiliation.
So was there an allegation that you had a firearm? Is that why they turned up?
No. In that maintaining my innocence video, after I'm reading out Carl threatening to kill me, I said, I'm right here. And I turned to the camera showing the barrel of my slug gun.
Oh, I see.
And I said to him, I do not want to hold him to the barrel of a gun, which is not a threat. In fact, it's quite the opposite. And that's the cops called round to come round and to check that it was a slug gun, because I don't have a firearms license, which I don't. I never breached any boundary, any law, nothing. She has, however, multiple times. So what can you do in the Harmful Digital Communications Act
Voldamorta
for openly slandering and defaming me on multiple platforms?
Is that still online?
What, the slander? The 2 comments she left on my own channel, on my own video, where I'm complimenting her, they were reported to Facebook and blocked, because I'm not putting up with her doing this to me. I'm just going to block her.
That's a good approach.
Because first of all, she sends me a text completely doing a 180 direction as to what she said to me over the chat log the night beforehand, where she supplied me a login and password and all that jazz, tells me to do what I want. Then 9 hours later, I get text messages from her telling me she does not consent and I'm breaching copyright, just complete 180 from what she said the night beforehand. Then I block her cell phone number because I don't want to discuss it. It's not up for debate. I know what my rights are. Then she sends me an email, same amount of crap, blocked the email, and I thought that was the end of it. And then because she started then posting on Facebook and posting on YouTube, calling me a horrible person, it's all in that 1 hour, 10 minute video. Everything that was posted in the order of how it happened is shown. I didn't do anything apart from rebut her false allegations. When she's going to go online and accuse me of sabotage and everything like that, because I'm not wanting to talk to her anymore, so she goes online and starts doing it. Well, she's digitally harassing me. She gave out my private phone number and my private address where my children live to her son, so then he could threaten to kill me and then send me texts telling me he knows where I live. So who's getting harassed here?
Well, you've absolutely followed the right
I know,
process in addressing
because I know
that.
the
Yeah.
law. And she's threatening legal action on me, and she doesn't have a chance in hell. So she's tried that. She's tried going to the police. That didn't work. She's tried filing privacy complaints. I countered that with the face blurring technology, which is acceptable to YouTube under their terms and conditions. And then now she's doing a complaint to you guys. She is an absolute class book narcissist. Everything she's accusing me of, she's done.
What
so
do you
I
think?
suggest looking at the timeline.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can. What you're saying about because I know you helped with the conference and things, and the content going up.
If I hadn't done it, I mean, I set up all the electronics, the Skype interviews. I was the only one that supported her for months. So I just don't have the time anymore to spend on Flat Earth at the moment. And I told her that, and she just ignored it and says, well, I want to make trailers next, and because she wants all of the footage that I own and created, and then she wants to go and make a DVD to make some revenue and sell the DVDs. And because I'm saying, no, look, for day one, I've recorded it to go out to the public, she's just trying to monetize it. She's trying to make money. So, you know, you guys are being used to get at me when it should be the other way around.
Do you think you would get any profit of that if it was? Because I think what she's wanting is that content to be put on the Flat Earth New Zealand YouTube channel. The
very first person I sent all of the content to was her. I even had to talk her through how to downloading the file, and I told her to do what you want with it.
Okay.
So if she wants to put it somewhere, I won't file a copyright complaint against it, even though it's something I created, because I did it in the interest of getting knowledge out there. I'm not interested in money, and that's the problem. She wants to make money from this. She never paid me. There was no non-disclosure agreement. There was no contract between me and her. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And it's a public place because a public place in the Summary Offences Act, Section 1981, Section 2 states a public place is anywhere open to the public for fee or free. She was charging an entrance fee. That is a public place. There is no expectation of privacy.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean, we're not gonna argue.
Well, there's no
about that.
I mean to clarify, and I can clarify it till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, if she has a verifiable or valid complaint or claim, I told her go ahead, pursue it. I'll see her in court if she wants to go that way, but stop using services like yourselves to further harass me, because you are now the fourth separate people I've had to deal with, because and all I'm trying to do is release my own footage that I've just spent a month editing and producing without anything from her. So if you guys want to get used to harass, go right ahead. By all means, jackknife it, go after her for harassment. Ask her what about her son threatening to kill. How did her son get my address? How did her son get my phone number? Because she gave them to him. And
is there something, so for you to consider, you know, perhaps taking that video down, what would resolve it for you? So if you wanted things resolved,
it doesn't breach any standards. It breaches no policies. If whoever you work for has a problem with the Bill of Rights, Section 14, then take it up with the legislators. But the Bill of Rights, 1990 Section 14 says I have the freedom to seek, receive, and impart information and opinions of any kind in any form, which means I can record and publish it. And I haven't defamed her. I said there's one thing there where I said putting up with her bipolar behaviour, and that's because she was acting bipolar. And I've dealt with mental illnesses for 20 years. I know what to look for. And she is class book. She needs. I said to the police, can you please send a crisis team round, because I've had her son threatening to kill me and her daughter and say that their mother's near suicidal. Well, if that's the case, stop beating me up on a keyboard, pick up the phone and get their mother some help, because that's what she needs. She needs to be psychologically evaluated.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, my channel is there. It's all open to the public. You can see how I kicked the police's ass last year in court and Auckland Transport this year, and now I have Auckland Transport for 11 counts of fraud. You know, it's ridiculous. And all I'm doing is following the law, because I know it. and she's trying every way to get at me, and it's not going to work. She's been trespassed from my property after the threats. And, so if you're going to be calling her back, why don't you ask her, how did Carl get my details? Why did she give out the place where my children live to a guy threatening to kill me? That's not on. That's actual harassment. That's not alleging anything. That is, and the evidence is all up there on YouTube. And that's why she wants it down, because she's pathetic on that video, and her son and his threats to me are in public. This is why people, and I warned her about this, don't push me, because I will put everything up in public, which is perfectly my right to do, and the public can judge.
Yeah. So just, I mean, it sounds like you're aware that we're impartial, so we're not sort of pointing fingers either way. We don't
I know, but it sounds like you've been fed a whole lot of trollop, and that's why I made that Maintaining My Innocence video, and I strongly suggest you watch it from start to finish.
Yeah, unfortunately I won't be able to do that. I have watched bits of it, but I will note down what you've told me. I'll definitely note down what you've told me.
But I never started this, but I'm not going to get attacked online. And, you know, it's the old rule, silence is acquiescence. If I don't respond to some slander that's been put out in a public forum against me, then I'm accepting what she's saying. So I rebutted her slander and basically told her I want nothing more to do with you. And I've said this repetitively. So why am I still getting harassed a week later now by, HDCA? Why, you know?
Well, it's not, yeah, I mean...
You guys calling me, privacy complaints from YouTube, all for releasing what I said I was going to do. It's ridiculous. If she didn't want it to go up in public, then and I'd say, you know how she's did the privacy complaints for the singing videos? Well, as she actually hosted the entire conference, to avoid any more privacy complaints,
Voldamorta,
I have blurred her face out of everything to do with the conference, which she probably won't like, given she hosted it and did it all. But if she's going to file a privacy complaint every time her face shows up on one of my videos, I'm just going to blur her out and be done with her.
Okay.
It's quite simple. But
okay. And if things could be resolved for you,
sure.
What would that be?
It would be for
Voldamorta,
a treatment and medical help. I am not taking anything down off of YouTube, because the simple fact is, if YouTube think I have breached some policy, that's for them to enforce it. And I haven't, because she did the privacy complaint and they're still up. That's why she's made the complaint to you, because I had 48 hours to remove the videos and all I did was blur her face out. They're still up there, so she's gone to you guys now to try and get me to take them down. Not going to happen. If she has a problem with free speech, and given censorship was one of the big subjects she was preaching on about during that entire conference, what the hell is she trying to do to me? Censor me. So, again, hypocrite, complete narcissist. And I will not bow down to emotional blackmail, threats or intimidation. Fear might work for general populace to control them. It doesn't work with me, because I know how the law works. And no offense to you, I'm sure you're a lovely, absolutely no personal, insult to you at all. It's just the amount of hassles I've had for just publishing my own content. She has no claim. If she does, go to a lawyer, file a claim, because the burden of proof lies on he who makes the claim. If she's claiming I've done something wrong, beyond reasonable doubt, she has to prove it. And she can't. I want nothing more to do with her. It's just that simple. I want to break contact. Isn't that not the right thing to do?
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. I do really appreciate that.
And just so you're aware, my calls are also auto-recorded, and this will be going up on YouTube as well.
Okay.
She was given fair warning. Anything she pursues further will be in public.
Whatever I get from you, including these emails, will be published. As always, general public can judge.
And I have no confidentiality to breach with you, because I don't believe we have a contract.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd prefer you don't do that.
Oh, well, quite frankly, I mean, you're recording and you can do whatever you want with yours. It's a single party state.
we absolutely won't be doing anything we want with it. So our confidentiality, we're quite careful with information we collect.
Well, that's
so
fine.
we're not
There's
just
no
going to
private
go and share it
information
with
on this.
anyone.
There's no private information on this that isn't already publicly available. I haven't given you any personal details of mine, and
Yeah.
we've
So
only been
what?
Voldamorta.
Her name's already up all over YouTube, so.
What do you think will happen though if she sees that? Like, how do you think that's going to help?
What this will do is show her that I am a man of my word. If she continues this, it will just keep getting put in public. Because I have done nothing wrong, and she is trying every avenue to try and defame and slander me. I don't appreciate armed police at my doorstep at 9:30 in the morning, but that's what it's had to happen because of her. Seriously, go and read the chat log or watch the chat log that is in that video. It shows everything that was said the night beforehand, where she tells me to do what I like with the videos, do what I like with the email addresses and all the rest of it. And then she flips 180 later. And granted, straight after we had that conversation, which ended around midnight, she then went onto YouTube and did a live broadcast and a big crying spiel about it all to everybody on YouTube. And then she's removed. She's lucky I didn't see that, because I would have recorded it and I would have put that up on YouTube as well. How dare she? I would expect a better behaviour from someone of that age. But, yeah, this will be going up on YouTube. And how she takes it, well, quite frankly, she shouldn't have rung you in the first place, should she? Because at the end of the day, she's digging herself a bigger hole. If she wants more rope, I'm happy to give it to her. But I know I'm not in the wrong. I know I've done nothing unlawful or illegal. And if she's trying to use the system to get me in some way, it's just going to jackknife right back at her.
Yeah.
Just so, like this phone call will.
Yeah, so us calling you is not really, it's not
it,
legal action at all. It's just having a discussion to try and
resolve
that's fine.
Things. But it's the point that
and
this
you
discussion
putting it up there is
escalating.
Yeah, but you putting it up there is escalating the situation.
Me putting
that's not going to help.
Me putting up opinions and informations of any kind in any form is my right under the Bill of Rights. I am not attempting to escalate.
So I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue with that. But
she was warned on the email that I sent her. Anything she continues to do will be put on public. And she's still doing it. So she'll learn. But I don't care what she does. She has no right to stop me from doing anything I'm doing.
So just so you know, at the... Yeah, I don't think it's a reasonable thing to do.
Are you legally
I don't think that's irrelevant whatsoever.
Well, if you want to tell me something about the Harmful Digital Communication Act, you must be legally trained to fully comprehend the language.
Well, obviously we're aware of it and what it means. So as you're aware of...
I know legalese is completely different from English. I know that much. Which is what legislation is written in.
Yeah.
It's a conversation you don't want to get into with me, put it that way.
So you are aware that at the end of our process you can make a complaint to the district court, so make an application to the district court and request court orders. So she's not satisfied. So that's under the Harmful Digital Communications Act.
Yeah, well, she would have, who would be filing that? Would that be her filing a private suit, or would that be a government agency filing it on behalf for her?
No. It would be her. So it's under the Harmful Digital Communications Act, and it would be to the district court. So it would be a civil process.
Groovy. I love court. I go there for fun. So if she wants to take me to my fun place, I'm quite happy. But I won't be threatened with legal action because she has no legal point to stand on in the first place. So she can try all she likes. She can waste as much money as she likes. She'll lose. Just like the police and transport did.
Okay, well, thanks for talking with me. So I'll let you go now.
No problem. I'm just loading the groceries in the car, so no worries.
Okay.
Thanks for wondering what the noise is.
Okay, well, I'll let you go. Thanks for
very
talking
much.
with
You have an awesome day, eh?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rainbows in the dark. Cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it go. Load it, cock it, let it